Right, welcome to my next wee video, which is replacing the reinforcement underneath the seat base here that holds it all up in place. These get ripped. This is the original one from the other seat, which I've already replaced. The rubber here perishes over time, rips along here. Got a replacement piece to go on, like so. So there's a wee video showing how to do that. This is the driver's seat. I'll give you a wee laugh when I turn it upside down and let you see what it looks like right now. And there we have it. Cardboard and some tie. No much wonder the seat is very saggy and probably damaged the foam. But let's take it apart, get the correct piece in and see how much it tightens it up. And whilst I'm at, I'm going to give all this a clean, paint it up, make it look nice. So step one, from the back of the seat at the base, you have to pull this metal bit along here. This is to be pulled down and it releases the material. A little bit difficult to do it with one hand there. But yeah, you'll see that sort of plastic trim in there, hooks onto the back of there, and that's the plastic trim there. Just quite a lot of tension on that. That's the first bit to releasing the swap. Right, next to the front, you've got the section that supports the underside of your knees. That slides in and out. If you pull it out, you'll see two clips in here that secure it from coming any further. So you need to pull these out. That's one. Do. That should come all the way now. Perfect. Next, under here, you'll see this metal piece. This has to be pulled down off each hook, and that'll release the main section. And that's it free. I just had to prise these up a tiny bit with a flathead screwdriver just to get the piece to pull out. Now in theory this will come away. On the other seat it was hooked into the bottom section with two clips, or two like coiled. They kind of unthreaded themselves. It'll make sense. And this one, yeah, there's nothing left to secure it to, just a bit of cardboard. So let's pull it out and get rid of the cardboard. Right, got a wee issue. What's supposed to happen is there's supposed to be two metal rods that go down each side of this, and off each rod there's 5 hooks, which in turn hook into the frame base, into these holes here. 1, 2, where the wire's going into, 3, 4, and 5. However, whoever's fixed this previously, when I say fix, I use that word quite lightly, actually use electrical wire. I thought it was bungee. Yeah, so I don't have the donor parts for my replacement part. Now, I'm sure I could get some metal bar to go down the length pretty easily. It was just sort of maybe 2-3 mil thick strips of metal, but I'm going to have to get hooks, which is a bit of a faff. So off to eBay I go. So fast forward 2 or 3 days, I found a donor seat for sale locally on Facebook Marketplace. It's in 2 pieces. There's another part there, but more importantly it's got the bits I need. It's actually got a really good pad, original pad. It does, however, I could have almost used the entire base, but it's got a fag bar in here, unfortunately, and worse than that, it's got a rip and sort of discoloring here. So I'm not going to use the whole base, I'm just going to use the bits off of it that I need, which will be obviously the clips and bars, possibly this pad, or I might put in my new one that I bought, and possibly the cushion, because it feels a lot firmer. I think it's a passenger seat, obviously driver seats constantly sat on, and this foam doesn't feel so tight, especially with it having sat in a cardboard wire fix for so many years. So I'll maybe just compare the bases and see if I can swap the foam as well. The other thing that I'm going to possibly try is, although it's not ripped or anything at this side, on this bolster you can actually feel the metal frame. I don't know what's happened, but it's a bit disintegrated, whereas on this one it feels really good, nice and off, and you don't feel that metal bar. So I'll maybe have a go at swapping that over as well, but I'll concentrate on the seat pad first. Okay, so that's me now got the pad and the underside removed from my spare base. That's it here. This is what's come off. Could totally reuse that, but I think since I bought one, I'm going to use what was my original plan all along, to use the replacement one. So I'll use the rods and these clips that were missing. I'll fit that into my frame, because it's got the better, well, because it's assembled basically, it's going to be less work. What I am going to try and do is, on my donor frame, just have a little shot of taking this bolster off, see how difficult it is to do. If it's pretty easy and I get it off, I'll then fit it to this and I'll show you how I took it off. If it's not going to work, then sort of nothing venture, nothing gain type thing. I'll just go no further than the donor. I'll fit this on here, and yeah, I'll have my seat back up and working. Okay, so the first bit is on the inside here. You see those little clips there, so just a case of pushing down and pulling it out, and that has released the inside piece there. I managed to unhook that bit there at the front. This one here at the back, too much tension on it, but, or sorry, on the underside, too much tension, but I'm hoping that'll be slack now that I've got the piece on the inside there. There's another one at the back, and it looks like it's stuck down around that back rail, so I'll have a go get that off. Right, so I think I've got the cover ready to come off. Like I say, the wire at the start, a little bit of sticker around here, clips there, clips at the bottom, clips at the front. I think it has to come off. I'm going to unscrew the bit that's sort of on there, had to come off. And then I think it just slides off like so. Quite a lot of bits of foam. Alright, so even that one is starting to go, and that's that bar that I was feeling on my own seat. So it's better. It's by no means perfect. Okay, so it's come off, sort of pulled off there. A little bit of a hole here. I think we'll try the other side. I might be able to sort of cut in a piece of foam off the other one, just to reinforce that up a bit. Once it's held tight by the material, I think it'll feel much better than the current one. So let's start on the next seat, do the same to that, and then we should be ready to start assembly. So first step to dismantling this seat is taking the top off the bottom, because I'm not going to be able to get this material off without splitting the hinge. To get into the bolt, you have to take this cover off, which is not immediately obvious how to do, but if you look really closely, there are 3 little plastic rivets that need to come out. If you tilt the seat backwards, or sort of forward rather, and come around to the back of it, you can push these out. You can find the backs of the rivets with a screwdriver, like so, and push, and yep, it goes flying out. So if you remove all 3 of those, you can then prise the plastic bit away. So that side's been done. Put these bits together. I'll just do this side. Not sure what to do about this. Hopefully it's just a screw. I'll take this off and see where we go. So that is both sides now off, and right, it's just a screw holding that off. 3 clips that we spoke about, and off it comes. And then there's a weird looking kind of circlip at the bottom here. Clip that off at each side, and hopefully that'll separate top from bottom, and then it'll just be the same as just done in the previous base, to remove the material and remove the foam. Again, that's it now separated. As I expected, those two little clips releases the back. Came off fairly easily. I was just thinking, when the seat's in the forward position, i.e. to let people in the back, this bolster leans against this part, the part that's worn. And being the driver's side, I guess if you've got, you know, kids back in the day, in and out the back seats, you'd always be doing it from the driver's side if you're on your own. So I guess it's had more wear there. This one's a little bit better that side. There's a bit of damage there, but it's yeah, would love to use that bit on the donor, but like I said earlier, there's damage there, so I need to get these bits split and use the best from each half. So I'll just have to live with that for now, but at least I now know what I'm doing. If I can find a section like this ever come up on eBay, I'll know how to swap it. So for now we'll concentrate on this side. Nothing wrong with the material, this is more about replacing the foam underneath. Right, there we have it, material off. This is the base I am going to use. You can see how it's, foam is much worse. I don't know if you get replacement foam, you could certainly, I guess, glue in some sponge or something in there, put that together, but I'll put another one on and get it wrapped over. Starting to crack there as well. So yeah, time for a new one. Other side's surprisingly good, so I don't know what's happened here. But yeah, cool. That's taken off. New one. I'm going to see what I can do about this, because that's just going to fall apart over time. So I'm going to cut some of that, stick it in there, bit of copy dicks to hold it in place. Job's good. Right, and that's it reassembled. Much better, much firmer. Putting a little piece in there like I described I was going to. I also had some of this stuff which I wrapped around the bar and then put the foam on top of, which just makes it, yeah, like brand new. See the creases there? Hopefully they'll come out over time, because they're, yeah, there is no crease, it's just how the material's been creased over the years. And sort of that corner a bit. Yeah, really chuffed for that. So on to fitting the base. So that's me starting to fit the base. I've decided to use the original in the end. Top two, bottom two, on with my fingers. I might get one or two more just by sort of pushing them in. Pliers definitely help. Taking a grab, pulling it in. Might get this one, there we go, on with pliers. But when you get to the last few, I was really struggling with pliers for the last time for the other one, so a pair of mole clips, get them locked on, and it just gives you a bit more leverage to get it pushed on. So I'll turn the camera off and do that. Okay, that's it on. Took all of 15 seconds from the end of the last clip. Didn't need the mole grips on, no bother with pliers. I guess this original base is a bit more give in it than perhaps the replacement ones do, because the replacement one that's on the passenger side was a bit of a job to get on. So there's bits of sponge everywhere. Okay, so I guess in the words of Haynes, assembly is the reverse of disassembling. So yeah, get the back on, put on the centre piece. I need to decide which one I'm actually using, or if I'm swapping the foam, and that should be that. So I'll come back to you once I'm finished. So put the base on, refit the foam. Haven't put the back on yet, but I sat on it, and yeah, not enough support. So I'm going to swap this bit. So yeah, I'm going to put the original one on, which is where this video started. Pulling these clips out the rod, separate the rod, putting it into the new piece, fit it there. Job done, hopefully. Right, bar swapped. First 4 clips on, as per last time. How much tighter this is. Got the first 2 on obviously with my fingers because there's nothing on. I couldn't even get this side in at all, even with pliers, so I had to use the vice grips, or the mole grips, whatever you want to call them, to get those 2 in. So it's so much tighter, but that's a good thing in my book. So I will fight to get the rest of these in. I believe you do get a special tool for doing this. It's a bit like a screwdriver with a, like a flathead screwdriver, but with a notch out of it, so that you can sort of, you know, push it in. It would have to be a bigger one than that, but sort of push them in. When you try and do it with a flat screwdriver, they tend to just flip off. But obviously, if it had a V in it, it would push in. So you do get a right tool, but I'm not buying one for 10 clips, so mole grips it will be. There we have it. What I should have done in the first place. Nice torque. Replace that cushion. Still need to do something about this. I'll do that later. But much better. Much firmer. Quite happy with that. Cool. Get the back on. Job's a good. And there we go. That is the finished seat. I say finished, but the pad replaced. Nice and taut. Nice and firm. Bolster there. Still the bit that needs repaired there. But I now know what I'm doing, so if I can get some material off another donor seat or off eBay, I will swap that out. I'm quite chuffed with that. So yeah, hopefully it maybe inspired somebody to, any of you guys, to do the same if you've got saggy seats or ripped bolsters or fag burns or anything like that. Not too bad a job at all, just a little bit time consuming. But yeah, no specialist tools, just take your time, and yeah, it's definitely achievable. Cheers.